fine. I'm down. I can't see. Need to go.
Welcome everyone to the social van. Feeling Kyle sick of the bullshit. So here they are, reppin' C+, ready to turn every podcast to dust. So sit down and shut the fuck up, cause when in doubt, fuck your couch. Welcome everybody to the social vent. Yeah!
Show me your butthole.
I got a hairy fucking crack, boy. That motherfucker, it look like a rug, like with them shag rugs. Shit.
Someone texted me that today, and they're like, "Show me your butthole," and I was just like, "What the fuck?" And I realized it's a Juggalo thing. I don't know why it's a Juggalo thing, but I just heard these things, and I was like, "What audacity do I need to walk up to somebody and be like, show me your butthole?
Show me your culo. Tell them that. Show me your culo, and they're gonna look at you like,
let me say culo.
Cabron, what the hell?
What culo means butthole, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, culo. Show me your culo.
Show me your culo
in Spanish.
Huh?
How do you say the whole thing in Spanish? Pinche carrón. I'm like, that's not it. Pinche.
Actually, you're calling someone stupid. Stupid. That was Randy Orton to what's his name?
Oh,
Kofi.
To Kofi. You're stupid.
Pinche.
So stupid.
Pinche. His wife is masking. I don't know why she don't teach his ass.
Well, he probably does know. He's a very low-key guy. Speaking of low-key guys, before we jump in, I will say this now as I look at the camera. Fuck Goldberg. Fuck him.
Fuck that motherfucker. Fuck Vince
him.
for even doing that.
Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg at SummerSlam. Boo.
Very boo. Very, very fucking boo. There's so many people who could step up to the plate and give him a damn fight. And hats off to Kofi for
taking that squash.
Boy, I mean, he took it like a champ.
Damn, I was just like, because we watched SummerSlam last Sunday. SummerSlam, Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Our first time together watching a pay-per-view since this all started. So, and
it was pretty cool. It was very, very cool. That the crowd was hyped up. They loved it. Man, they were fucking killing it. I love the crowd. Hats off to the crowd. Mwah. Shit.
We missed you.
Yes, we did. The signs and everything.
But I gotta say, like, it's so surreal when all this started. We went from a little crowd to no crowd and an empty arena. Then we went to the Thunderdome, and I take that back. It was empty arena. They kept that for a while. Then they did the plexiglass around the ring. Then they had WWE superstars at NXT at the Performance Center spread out on the outside, pretending to be the crowd. And I think the Thunderdome was the most ingenious thing ever. Like that, my hats off was to the Thunderdome because I was like, that is genius.
That was genius. And to all the people who complained about it, at least we still got our damn wrestling. For all those who complain about it, oh, they could have done better. You start a multi-billion-dollar company and you show us how the fuck it's done. Until then,
I got one of those for AEW. So
what they do now?
It's just that they just can't keep WWE out of their mouth, man. It's just like, be your own thing. Don't try to stay on WWE's dick. Even though I know they're doing it to be like, get the marks popping, get that. That's why they're doing the cheap pops, I call it. And it's just like every time they mention WWE, I'm just like, guys, I just can't. Like, I get it. I want you guys to be successful, and then them signing every fucking buddy like their WCW. Like now, rumor is Daniel Bryan and CM Punk are headed to AEW. And good for them if the money's good, but I'm just like, how much money are you spending on a roster that's already fucking fat? Like, they got a huge, talented roster.
Yes, they do.
But I just feel like in spite of WWE, they just like just to burn them a little bit more and more and more. Like, aha, look. And I think the nail in the coffin for me was when they got Big Show. I was like, now Paul White. I was like,
their once up and coming women's division has took a huge back seat. That women's division, I'm sorry, was hotter than WWE's. It was. Well, no, it wasn't as hot as NXT's. NXT's women division, boy, that's fire, boy. That shit will burn. Like Big Pappy would say. Shout out to who?
Nikki Ash, ASH, for being the new women's Raw.
Yes, that's how you do business, girl. Get your ass up in that ring. You show them heifers how to do it. You just get the 1, 2, 3. Big Pappy, proud of you. I got something for you later on.
I text you right then and there when it happened. Because we were watching Raw, and it was a good Raw. It started off with Cena. Cena came out and did his thing, and he said the reason why he's back is 1, because of the WWE universe, and 2 is because of Roman Reigns. And straight up, he looks at the camera. And he goes, "Roman Reigns is an asshole." And he goes, "I'm here to knock him down a few pegs because he's too big-headed and he's too overhyped in his own head." And it was just a mean promo. It was just like, damn, Cena. Like, and then at the end of the night, they had a Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley rematch for the championship. Charlotte smacked Rhea with the belt, and then disqualification, and then Rhea got pissed and beat the shit out of Charlotte. And then all of a sudden, bam, Nikki Ash's music hits. I'm sorry, Nikki ASH. His music hits.
Nikki ASH.
Almost a superhero, but bam, her music hits. Rhea just looks up. She just has this big smile on her face, and she just grabs Charlotte and just throws her ass in the ring. And bada bing, bada boom. 1, 2, 3.
I will say this. I always hear the rumors from Dave Meltzer. I love his rumors, but half the time they're not even rumors, they're true. Them NXT folks, they stick with each other in the main roster. They stick with each other, they protect each other. You would think Roman Reigns would do the same damn thing, but I've heard lately from Dave, watching Dave Meltzer's stuff, Roman Reigns, it's not something that that was part of his game. No, he really has a big head right now. He has a big fucking head. And John don't give a shit. He's been there, he's done that, he's been humbled, he's been knocked on his ass, and he's there to teach Roman a little lesson. I would say that's a whole part of the promo. But at this point in time right now, knowing I still don't like John Cena. I respect his work ethic. I respect his love for the business, and he ain't gonna let no one just go in there and do that bullshit.
Well, and that's the thing, is like a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of people now saying like, "I don't like John, but damn, I missed him." And it was just like,
that's how I feel about him. I don't like John, but I fucking missed him because he is something that we need. He's something that we need,
because they don't have that anymore. They have
nobody.
Like, shit, man. Like like when Drew came out, there was no pop.
No, that was a lot of booze.
Oh, and
fucking booze.
Before we jump into the show, like, I know we're getting off track here, but the fact, like, the only thing that I would say that on Raw that I did not like was the fact that Keith Lee came back, awesome, but I
saw that, very awesome.
He got murdered by Bobby,
unfortunately.
Yeah. 2, Karrion Kross debuts on Raw. They've been building him up throughout the show, and loses to Jeff Hardy, who's been jobbing for the past year, and he beats Karrion Kross, and everyone's saying it's Vince's message to NXT itself, because even in Charlotte's promo, when she said she's the first and last women's diva champion, she is a 5-time SmackDown champion, and now she's a 5-time Raw Women's champion. No mention of her being an NXT champion. It's not part of her record. And so those were a lot of big fuck yous to NXT that a lot of fans felt. Like it was just, and then the next night, I guess I don't think it was that, like the next night Karrion Kross came out and to NXT to cut a promo, and the crowd started chanting Hardy chants. And it was so bad they had to reshoot the promo over again for television. And the NXT people were told, hey, we have something awesome for you at the end of the show. So if you guys stick around, you guys can be part of it. It was just them reshooting that segment of Karrion Kross's promo because they didn't want the Hardy chants in the background.
So the rumors are true. Triple H and Vince are having beef right now over NXT and everything like that, because NXT people do claim that NXT is like SmackDown's number 1, NXT is number 2, and Raw is like a far number 3. So that's probably chapping his ass right now. He's probably so damn mad right now, like, how dare you?
Well, it's so funny. It's like when you picked when we started talking about wrestling, I started talking about Raw. I noticed the color scheme because last week we were green, this week we're red. I was like, oh, red for Raw. Yeah.
Actually, no, I just picked it because
isn't that our
blue
colors though? C Plus Studios.
yeah, there you go. Our colors. There are colors. There you go, right there. Part of them.
Part of them. But let's tell everybody. Let's get some business out of the way. Shudder.com. Throw it up there.
Yes, master.
Wow. Jeez.
Don't get all in your feelings.
Oh. What's that?
I said, don't get on your damn feelings. Oh my God, here he goes. Shudder.com/podcast, folks. You enter this special promo code RAHER.
C plus CPLUS.
Mm-hmm.
And you get how many days?
You get 30 free days on us. And that's seriously, folks, you get 30 free days on us. And after that, it's how much a month?
$5, maybe $5. We gotta check those price points again. I gotta check my last billing. Yeah, I gotta check my last billing from Shudder. It should be about 5 something and some change or something like that. But Shudder is awesome. Shudder is great. Shudder has been with us, God, since we rebooted this bitch. Like
pretty much.
So just go show Shudder some love and type in that C plus. And every time you type in that C plus code, it gets a little bit more love for us. And then potentially we can actually get other sponsors. Besides,
you know what's
Shudder.
funny? And it's still $5. It's $4.75 a month, but when you round it up, $5. $5. Cinco dinero. Orale.
All right, now let's get into it.
So give it a shot, folks. Seriously, give it a shot. You will not, trust me, you will not regret it. And also, like and subscribe. You know, it's what we do. Like and subscribe, and we will love you. We will love you long time. Sounds good? Sounds good. It's real quick. I'm gonna throw this up there. So I hope everyone's having a good weekend. I hope everyone is playing with themselves and getting laid. You know, you know how we do.
Yes, we
do. You know how we do. So, what is this about?
Part 2, baby. Well, 2, baby.
I'll edit that real quick. That was a lot of great response. Folks loved it, man. I loved it.
If you watch part 1 of this, this is a series. I wouldn't say a series, but just a fun little thing where me and Big Daddy talk about stories that are inside our noggins. You know, part deuce. Yeah.
Part deuce. Not drop the deuce.
Part deuce. Part deuce. So this is a story time in the sense of our stories and sharing them with you. Like last week, if you heard, we picked each of our stories, and we told our stories and how we want to see them on the big screen or see them in book form, comic book form. And these are stories that we want to get out there. And like I said, somebody came up to me and they're like, yo, man, that Starlaw thing is cool. And I was just like, I know, man. Because you really made it when you're that out of board, like you were that fucking bored. I was like, yes. I go, if you work that position, that's all you do is just stand there and look at a fucking wall. Somebody comes in, beep. All right. Beep. All right. Beep. All right. That's it. That's all.
That's all you do.
and that's why I loved it. I loved it just well, not because I was bored, just because my imagination could run wild. But yeah, so you got the mic. Let's do this.
Let's see. You talked about a story a while back that you started on. I know you were writing notes down, but I know there's a story that you've been brewing in your head for quite some time. And we talked about after Lights Out on the podcast last week. And it's a story that I really hope you finish. The Turquoise Wolf.
Oh, the Turquoise Wolf.
Turquoise Wolf.
This is my attempt at bringing a really badass Native American superhero to the forefront of today. And this isn't an original idea because there is this one ninja. If you guys ever go into Native American, especially Navajo, the culture, there's these two twins, and then they're called the Monster Hunters. And they hunt monsters. And I have this dude's comic book. I got to show you it. He's Navajo. He's awesome. I believe he's from Tuba, and he does such amazing work. He does the art and he does the story. I saw a piece he did. It was the Monster Hunters, the twins, and it was Godzilla and Kong out by Shiprock Rock. And then the twins are like, I got the one on the right. All right, I got the one on the left. And it was just like, it was like, oh, that's fucking metal. But the Turquoise Wolf was something that was created in my head because I've always felt like I feel like this character could fit into not DC. I think it would fit into Marvel's universe because Marvel's more, I would say, down to earth, not crazy out there like DC can be. With their multiple timelines and I know Marvel has that, but I think Marvel would be a better place for the Turquoise Wolf because he is such a gritty character. Even though I would love him in DC, it's just one of those things. I don't see this character mixing it up with Superman or Batman or anything like that.
He's off in his own world.
Yeah. And so the point of the Turquoise Wolf was I want him to be a hero of the Navajo Nation reservation, and no superheroes are allowed in on his watch. The Navajo Nation's the Navajo Nation's his turf. Nobody else can come in. No Avengers, no Iron Man, no Captain. It's just the Turquoise Wolf's turf. And he worked it out with the government because he told them, like, if I see your Avengers here, you're causing you're going to start a war. And like that.
You won't win.
You won't win. So stay away. I got the Navajo Nation. So it's, and the Turquoise Wolf, it starts with a kid that's born and raised on the reservation. I was going to ride him out of Shiprock, New Mexico, my hometown. And he befriends a black kid.
Right.
His mom and dad are doctors, and they in a lot of Navajo nations they get a lot of doctors that fly in and move into the town and then help the hospitals and whatnot. So this is one of those families that flew in, and then he befriends this black kid. Like they become friends, and like this kid shows him like, hey man, you ever read this comic book? And he's like, what comic book? Because I wanted to play on that aspect of like, I've always looked at the reservation as a third world country, in itself. Like I took you out there. It's crazy.
It is crazy out there.
I wanted this kid to be like his cultural influence. Like, oh my God, what? And they become such good friends. And then like, because the Turquoise Wolf, the hero himself, his parents are real shitty, and like he just doesn't love his parents at all. But he befriended this kid, and they became really good friends into their teenage ages. And one day there was a scuffle because, of course, racism is a thing even on the reservation.
Oh yeah,
and they beat the shit and kill the black kid, and it makes the hero go into a frantic, and he just runs away. Like he can't deal with it because this was his best friend, his brother, and he was just brutally murdered and killed. And so he flees off into the mountains,
Yeah.
hoping to die of starvation, hoping to die of dehydration. He just doesn't want to be around anymore. But one day he finds this cave and he's just thinking like, well, maybe there's a bear in there. Maybe he'll fucking eat me because I don't want to live anymore. So he goes into the cave and he finds this old man, this wise old Native American, and he's all dressed to the, like, not dressed to the nines, but he's got turquoise on, and he kind of he saves the kid, and he's like, hey, I looked into your visions and I saw why you want to die. I don't think you understand why you were put here on this earth. And he's like, well, I was put here and my friend was taken away from me, so he goes, no, you have a greater purpose. Like, I can see it, but you have to choose it. I can't choose it for you. I can't tell you this is your destiny to be. You have to choose it yourself. So he's like, in order to choose it, I'm going to do this Native American ritual, kind of like medicine man stuff. And I'm going to go let you take this drug, basically, and go walk into the woods and find your purpose. And so he goes on his spiritual journey and whatnot. And he comes back and he's like, what did you see? He goes, I saw a wolf. I saw a wolf with turquoise eyes. He goes, the turquoise wolf has chosen you to be the protector. And then from there, I've been trying to play that, like, right there's where I get stumped, because I'm like, okay, how can I, I got notes all over the place of like stories I want him to do. But right there's where I'm like, okay, where do I go? I want his costume to look fucking phenomenal. You got some silver and some turquoise, and the turquoise itself is sacred. And the medicine man is like, all right, pulls a Yoda. I gave you everything I could give you. Now I'm going to die. Fades away. And he leaves all the turquoise jewelry to maps out. He goes Batman and he tries to figure out, and he gets revenge. He doesn't get revenge, but he's about to do, like, he was about to kill those guys that killed his friend. But then, like, in the last minute, he stopped and thought about it, and the turquoise wolf itself told him, like, this isn't the way. You don't do this. You don't cross this line. If you cross this line, you lose all meaning of what the turquoise wolf means to you and your soul. So he doesn't kill him. He sends him to jail. And then I kind of want to fast forward, and he just becomes the protector of the Navajo Nation. But the Navajo Nation itself is kind of like, why do we only have one hero that can protect us? Why can't we have several? Because they find out that in the community, because of all the, what do you call it? Oh my God, what is it called? The mines, uranium. How a lot of Native Americans got sick because of the uranium mines and stuff like that. People started growing mutations because of it, and the mutations were certain aspects of superpowers because of the uranium. And it wasn't from the first gen, like the old school cast that got it. They passed it down, and it mutated in the bloodline. And then one day, homegirl's walking out, she's shooting lightning out of her fingers like she's Palpatine, like, But then, like, basically all these supervillains start building.
Yeah.
And the biggest supervillain of them all is the actual Navajo Nation president. He's basically the Lex
Which one?
Luthor. I'm not going to say. Because I have a handful of them I could pick.
I'm sure you can. I was thinking one in particular who popped up real quick, but everyone's probably like, nah, he wasn't the worst one.
Yes,
but yeah, he was.
So I wanted him to, but he's the one pushing that narrative of like, oh, why can't we have Iron Man show up? That would be good for the reservation. And then the turquoise wolf's like, no, you have me. This is the representation of what we want to show the world. We can take care of ourselves. We don't need the outside help to take care of us. We can take care of ourselves. And because of greed.
Uh-oh. Hold on. You're lagging.
Like, he's like, no, we can bring Avengers in. Am I lagging?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Wait for it to catch up real quick. Now do it. Okay.
Okay. Wow. I heard it on your
So say it
end.
all. So say it again, because you lagged out.
Did I lag out? Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. So the government
lagged
is
out.
basically against the Turquoise Wolf himself because they want to bring in more money of bringing these other heroes. But the Turquoise Wolf says no. We need to show the world we're stronger than that because we were buried by this country. Why do we want this country to help us now when they threw us on this reservation and basically told us to go die and fuck ourselves?
Right.
So that's the Turquoise Wolf at this point.
And I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I love you. You really put more into it since the last time we talked. You did. You put a lot more into it.
Yeah, like no, there's notes upon notes. Like I'll sit there and be like, oh shit, you know, I'm a note taker. I take a lot of notes.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully we'll see Turquoise Wolf someday. That would be fun. Maybe you can do it like a little side comic with Gregory, but Gregory, he likes his stop motion. So
yeah,
that'd be a good.
Now I was thinking like I should, besides writing Star Law right now, I was thinking I should like start writing the script, like a comic book script for the Turquoise Wolf.
Do both.
Yeah,
do both.
So
yeah, don't stop one to start another. No, keep going.
And plus too, I think I got like you are right. I do have a lot more on the table than I did the last time because the last time was like a real thin outline.
Real thin,
like,
yes.
Real thin outline. And this one's just like and ooh and boo, Ooh, it's getting hot. There we go.
Yeah, it's getting hot in my house. I got the fan going. I'm trying not to have it too loud, but yeah, it's hot in this damn house.
Well, I'm out in the car, windows up, and I'm just like, man, why am I not opening the door? It's so nice out here. It's about to rain.
I was gonna say, open up your windows. I got both my windows open. I'm hoping no, they don't hear. I know people probably gonna see this and they're like, wait a minute, why does he have a hoodie on? I don't know. It's just this is my armor, folks. This is my armor.
You always put that hoodie on when we're about to do something.
I know. It's my armor.
You put the hoodie on and you put your hat on. Or you put the hood over your head.
Yep.
It's either or with you. Well, like I said, my uniform is shorts, a t-shirt, and a backwards hat. That's it.
Yeah.
Like when people see me at work, I'm like, man, fuck pants. If I never had to wear pants again, I would be fucking amazing. I just wear shorts all the time.
Yes, you do. It could be dead. It could be dead fucking winter. And you got shorts on. I don't get it. I don't get it.
But I will say, remember, I did buy a pair of jeans last year because I told you it's just because I'm getting older. My bones don't like the cold like they used to.
It's because you're losing weight, man. Look, all that fluff is going away. So hell yeah, you got to buy some pants to cover to keep that heat in.
Yeah. So I've only worn the jeans once. Was not a fan. I think you made fun of the fact that they were too long, and I had to roll them up because I got the wrong size. Like I got the right waist size, and I was just like, I rolled them up, and I was like, I look like James Dean in here,
And he did, folks. He looked like James Dean. It was cool though.
Real quick, because we're speaking about Native Americans. Because we talked about it last night on the phone. I have to share it here. So I watched I love Western movies, and so I was on Paramount Plus, and they had this button you can push where you can watch trailers for movies. They had one for John Wayne's McClintock, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I would love to see the trailer for this." So I put on this trailer. He knows where I'm going with this.
Oh yeah!
I put on the trailer, and it says, "Are you ready for some good, wholesome fun to get down and dirty?" And it shows John Wayne going into a mud pit, and then it shows a woman going into a mud pit. Then it cuts to these Native Americans. I don't think they all were Native American, maybe some brown faces in there. But it just says, "And are you ready for the bad, dirty savages?" I was like,
he's not kidding, folks. He's not kidding. That's what the trailer did.
I was like, whoa. And, you know, I'm thinking if I told somebody that, like, you know, those hardcore dumbasses over there, you know, the Q no loose tooth motherfuckers, they'd probably be like, oh, goddamn, boy, you think you're sensitive to that? And I'll be like, it's pure racism in a trailer. Like, it literally is.
It was crazy. I was like, because I went and looked at it last night. I'm just like,
you ready for them dirty savages?
God damn. All I could think was, damn.
Oh my goodness. You know what's so funny too? I thought about it after I got done with it. If you know, this is no offense to black people, all right? And I'm gonna put down there now. This is like, it's like if this was something that was geared towards a black, you know, black people, it would have been taken down immediately.
Oh, I know. That shit would have been taken off, yanked off, burned. We went to Twitter. Uh-oh, you lagged out again. You're just sitting there going. Okay, I gotta match your face. Here we go. Ready? Okay, you're back. You get your finger out your nose now.
Like, I want to see my boogies.
Cochino.
You know what? You just told me you threw up. Like, you're like, oh man, I tossed one bad. I was like,
I had to shit because I feel better now. Damn, stomach was turning and whatnot, cussing and carrying on. I was like, what the fuck?
All right, what's your story?
My story is something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. Not just be a writer, but start a publishing house. You know, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to make other people shine with their stories. You know, and with the only thing it does, it takes money. But a lot of people, they want the old legacy way. They want published books. I keep telling people, a lot of my fellow writers, hey, let's start a little publishing house amongst ourselves and just make stories under one branch, one umbrella. And some of them are like, okay, that's cool. And I was like, well, you get those. Well, I'll tell them in a heartbeat. No, never mind. Forget I said anything. But well, Phil, go tell me I didn't. No, I don't like that. I hate that. Well, you're not interested. Yeah. You're just not interested. Well, you can keep telling me more. No, I'm not.
That's exactly like C Plus Studios itself. We started off with just us, and then we built a fucking army of a group, and now fast forward, it's back to us.
Which cracks me up to all hell because I'm just like, okay.
And
we
if
still love y'all, right now, no hard feelings.
Part of C Plus Studios at one point. It's not. We're not dissing. We're not dissing at all. We're just saying that's the way the game goes when you're trying to do something cool. And there's some people who are like, yeah, I'm down, and then it's just like,
one by one, they start leaving. And it's not a diss on y'all. We still love y'all, but it's just I kind of told him a while back this would happen.
He did.
I told you this would happen.
Yeah, I gotta say we have Steven.
We have Steven.
And we have Doug.
Mm-hmm.
So that's about it.
Selena, if she was here, she would still do it. Jimbo, he's working on some stuff. Mel,
she's doing her. She's doing her. Much love and respect, Yeah. Well, I feel like there was other people part of it, but then there was somebody, but I'm not gonna say names because that's just gonna bring back some bad memories. But it just comes down to you got to find people who are he knows who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know you're talking about, but like you said, you got to find people who are down with this, and hopefully someday that vision will come true. I mean,
hey,
it doesn't matter what. Yeah. I'm trying to. It's just all manners of genre of stories, fantasy, fiction, sci-fi. I mean, hardcore fantasy. I mean, I've read hardcore fantasy, and that would be cool to get a publishing house started with some hardcore fantasy. I mean, a completely books this goddamn thick, where the lettering is like the lettering is like this between the pages, and he's just like I said, the damn books is fucking
No,
thick.
there is some books that I read a lot. Like, I read a lot of comic books. I read a lot of books. But there's just some where you get those books and the text is like that fucking tiny. And you're like,
those mass markets. Yeah, those mass markets. I wouldn't do mass market. I would, under this publishing house for now, it would be ebooks, because that's what's in. I know people will say, no, I'm sorry, I'm old school. I got to smell and hold a book. Hey, you know what? That's fine. That's fine. But there's people out there who would rather, because they got their damn noses stuck in this shit all day anyway, going like this, or their tablets. Why not do something for that genre for the time being? And then maybe later on, get these stories, convert them to a paperback or something like that. And
it's
do
like, for me, like with stories themselves, I used to collect books like crazy, but comic books kind of just taken over that. But now the only books I would say physically I own is just Star Wars novels. Like,
right.
I used to have a shit ton of Star Wars novels, but due to the funds and the bone, I had to sell them. But I'm slowly rebuilding that Star Wars collection. And of course, comic books will always be a part of my life. But books itself, it's shit, man. I'm an Audible junkie. I love Audible so much. Like, I already pound through Stephen King's The Gunslinger. Now I'm jumping through the second book, and then I got the third book and fourth book waiting, and then I have like 5 other books I got on the plate. It's just like that would be a fucking awesome sponsor for us, is Audible, because I'm like, man, I'm a junkie for them, man.
with this publishing house, I would want us to do audiobooks. I would want us to do audiobooks, graphic novels, all that stuff, because it's what's hot right now. I mean, look at 50 Cent. He's a book fanatic. He reads more crime stories than I think anyone I've ever heard of. He reads upwards of, what did he say? 6 crime novels every 2 months. I mean, he plows them. I mean, he's even written his own stories that even got translated to the big screen and TV and stuff like that. My ultimate
Power,
one,
right?
huh?
Power, right? That's one of
Power's one of them. Power's one of them. Get Rich or Die. What was it?
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Get Rich or Die Trying. That was a book. That started off as a book, and it became a movie.
It was an album.
No, he wrote the book too. He wrote a book of that.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
And then now he has some of the biggest names in urban crime, like the urban crime writers, man. They're blowing up, and he has no problem taking care of them. My biggest goal, honestly, and I talked with you about this, in the comic book form, like in the comic book fantasy form, create a universe, a shared universe where people can, go into this universe and create their stories. But I've seen stuff like that happen in the past. And one of the main rules that the person who created these universes, like the people who create some of these universes, they tell them, you will not take this part, because the universe that you're writing about is our property. It's community property. You can't go and make money off of this. But there's always that some bitch who always has to figure they have to try to break the damn rules and go and try to make money off it. And that ruins it for everybody. So what do? They just take the whole damn thing down. I want to do it in the way where, sure, you can go off and you go make money all you want to. C Plus Studios gets their chunk as well. Sure, go off, go use it. We get our chunk. And it's not going to be a small chunk either. It's going to be a generous chunk.
This ain't a KMB chunk, because KMB chunks, I give them in big beefy, like, here's the cake, and Big Daddy's like, don't give him the whole fucking cake.
Hell no. That's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, come on, I can hear you right now. Don't go ahead and just let you. Shh.
This is why I handle the financials and you handle the other shit.
Boy, hell, because it would be it because I'd have a well, I already kind of wrote a paper out where sure you can use it. There's no fine print. I so and so, therefore with thou, blah blah blah. Nuh-uh. My name is so and so. I will give a royalty to C Plus Studios for the use of this shared universe. Failure to do so means they can sue my ass off. That's exactly what the paper says. They have the right to sue my ass off. So, am I creating a universe, a shared universe? Yes. Am I trying to make it fun as hell? Yes, I am. Are there going to be any godlike characters up in there? Fuck no. You have to use your characters have to use their mind, their ingenuity. Can you create mythologies up in there? Yes, you can. Will there be some overpowered jackasses? No. It has to be a level playing field.
So you want more grounded?
I want more grounded. If people want to do events with their characters, crossover events, the one stipulation is standalone. So Turquoise Wolf meets Redbone Crothers, one of my characters. You could write Redbone in your series, a standalone. I would write him in my series, a standalone, but the story connects. You don't have to continue in this book, or continued in that book. No, it's just a standalone. If you wish to know the rest of the series, what happened in his world, in his perspective, that's what you do. You go read this book, but there'll be completely standalone series. Yeah, none of this continuity Marvel DC comics bullshit, because that's what kind of turned me off from comic books for the longest time, bro, because there's just too much. And then they would have the list. Oh, continued, and then you have this book. I'm
trying to power through the Ten of Swords right now. X-Men.
I've seen.
I'm trying, and it's 22 fucking parts
issues.
And it doesn't span in just the X-Men series. It spans in every single X-Men spinoff book there is. And I gotta tell you, I'm like 22 issues is a doozy, and a lot of it too. Like the thing that gets me like going, because they're trying to, like, Jonathan Hickman, like it's awesome X-Men storytelling, and it's just getting like it gets kind of drawn out because they do like, you all right?
I got a cramp. Oh. Keep talking. I got a cramp in my leg. That's why I jumped up real quick. Oh, that's bloopers. Fucking bloopers. Actually, no, this is the third time it's ever happened. I just couldn't. I just kept it cool on camera. But this one just like, nope. So I got to stand up and walk it off. Keep talking, bro. I'm always doing something.
You had that look like when I first went to the gym, and that first cramp that came, I'm like,
that's how it is. The back of my damn thigh right now. It's like one of those ones. It's like, you didn't stretch today. Actually, I know what I got the cramp from doing all these damn deep tissues over there at work and shit like that. This one big ass lady today. Would you please go as deep as you can?
That sounds dirty.
It does sound dirty. And when they say it, I have to go just see. This is a good thing I have the mask on, but you know, you can still see. God damn it. Uh-oh. You liking it again? You're going the remix. So anyway, folks, yeah, my cramp is gone. I'm gonna sit my ass back down.
All right. Oh wait, now we can't see him.
Yes, you can.
Okay, now we can. Hi.
This is Big Daddy back. I'm gonna continue telling my part of the last part of my story, because it's just really cool.
Tell the last part of your story.
I better quit doing that. So that's it, folks. Honestly, shared universe where everyone can profit. Everyone can profit, but there's going to be no bullshit, no tomfoolery. There's not going to be anything because it's all going to be in paper. It's going to be fair. And it's only fair if you use our property. Guess what? Y'all ass is going. You're going to pay us. He looks like he has to take the biggest shit, huh?
I was trying to fool you and thought that was frozen. Just
because I seen your eyebrow twitch and I was like, look at him. Looks like he's trying to hold in a fart.
I was trying to be like, how still can I look?
Not too good because you had that twitching, that damn twitching eyebrow. Now see, I could do it, Big Pappy style.
No, you got me beat. You got me. Let me see look at that.
Let's see. Sex.
Say, did you say sex?
I said sex. That gets people every time because people like it could be the quietest room. Matter of fact, I seen it on TED Talk because people were sitting there like really quiet, and she turned around. She said, "Oh, by the way, sex." And you hear, "What? Wait, huh?" And she goes, "Yeah, that gets people going every time." She goes, "I'm glad you're paying attention." And she goes, "Okay, I'll resume what I said." But she said sex, and you see the crowd go.
I got excited. I was like, I got a hard on right now. I was just like, wait, like what?
And people just going staring.
Hey, you just said the word sex. Like it wasn't like you were saying anything like nasty in any way. You just said sex. He's moving. Are we really frozen? No, we can't.
No.
I was like, no, you do that good. You do that really good.
Well, I had to learn how to sit really, really still back in the day because back then when I was a little thief, people would pass by and I would get my hood like in the shadows and do just like on Sherlock Holmes, just turn around, hit the shadows like this. And then I hear him walk away and I'm like, and that even means holding your breath a little bit, like, and then exhaling real slowly. And then you start getting dizzy.
And then you pass out. I can just see.
And then you have to go like this. You have to go. Wait a minute, I'm not teaching you guys this. I'm teaching motherfuckers a bad trick. No. They're gonna be like, some law enforcement be like, "Oh, you're that one." And I'm like,
well, that reminds me, like in Violent J's autobiography. There's bits and parts and sections of the book that's written by Shaggy.
Yeah,
and they're written the little stories of how to steal. Or be a thief or something. Like there's one that Shaggy writes. He's like, "Hey, yo, check it. You want to get a free CD or free tape? I'll tell you how to get a free tape. Go into the store. Step 1, have long fingernails. Step 2, cut the film. Step 3, pop that tape or CD out of your thing. Step 4, pop it into your make sure you're wearing long sleeves." And he goes into this whole like how to be a criminal and all these great steps. And I was just like, oh, okay.
Unfortunately, well, you've seen my cassette collection.
I know.
But I was slick to the point. I want the whole fucking case. I was not just gonna take that. So you would pop it, get it. And as soon as you open it, pull back that little slab right there. There's a little silver tab. Close.
Even.
And it doesn't fall out because it hooks. Yeah. It hooks right there. And I would wear those. Yep. And I would wear an old school big old leather bangle that had my watch on it. So it would just look like I had like this big old piece of something right here wrapped around. They go, "Hey, what you got in there?" I'm like, "My watch." "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna steal my own watch from you, stupid ass."
But you're really stealing from it, though.
Yeah, I was. I was jacking for beats left and right.
All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. I really love Big Daddy's idea. I think that's just it's genius and it needs to happen. I hope you like the Turquoise Wolf story.
I love the turquoise wolf. It's going to happen. I'm going to get on your ass about that one.
Yeah, so down the road we can do part 3, but for now I think this is good. 2
This is
parts.
good.
You know, part 3 make the trilogy down the road because I gave you all my stories in these 2. Like, there's still other stories in the back of my mind, but they're not as developed as the stories in part 1, and not as developed as Turquoise Wolf is. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like what we got. I hope you like what we got coming, what we're working on, what we've been working on, to reviews and everything in the C Plus universe itself. Big Daddy did a Big Daddy Goes Deep. Big Daddy Forever, right?
Big Daddy Forever.
Yeah, Big Daddy Forever. He did the review for the shavy thingy.
Mm-hmm.
What's
That
the
was
shavy thingy
fun.
called?
Freedom Shaver.
Freedom Shaver. Yeah. So you can go check that out. I actually really enjoyed it. And it's something that I saw. I was like, man, with my pubic hair, fuzz and whatnot, I need that. Just
I will say this: those attachments cut better than the main shaver part.
really? I think you did say that in the video too.
Yeah, you know what? I found a way how to hold it now, so it kind of gets down close, but it's a pain in the ass, and I don't want to break it. So I'm sitting here I'm seriously thinking about sending it back because I'm impressed, but not really impressed, bro. It just after using it a couple more times, I'm just like,
That's why I love the review, because you're like, yeah, look at that.
I was like, ooh, yeah, but it's a good head massager. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I felt so relaxed afterwards. Like, yeah, folks, I give it about a 4 out of 5. Oh yeah, that some bitch was just as good, smoother than the Colt 45.
Mr. Billy
Someone
D.
asked me real quick, how do I do my stories? Sometimes, because I honestly, I can write stories, or we all have some kind of, like, if you have an algae like we have, you have this program right there. See it right there? It says quick memo. You open up quick memo just like this. Hit that Google, like it's talking right now, and now it's like talking to text. See, I could just talk right here, and it's typing out what I'm saying. It is not very accurate, but you can get notes down really, really damn fast, comma, in a very short amount of time.
This is how he texts.
Period.
This is how he texts me sometimes too. I can tell when I can tell the difference of when you're texting me, actually like texting me, and I can tell the difference when you're actually like speaking in text. I finally found it out. I was like, oh, he's speaking to me. He's walking around the house like, oh yeah, blah 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 blah. Send.
Because the errors are in there.
Yeah.
All the errors. Because I'll say like pressure, and it'll say pressure O, comma, and I'm like, I didn't say O, like OH. I'm like, say that. It's like I said that right now. Hit that Google like it's talking right now, and now it's like talking to text, so I can just talk right here, and it's typing out what I'm saying. You're just not very accurate, but you can get notes down really, really damn fast, comma, in a very short amount of time. Yes, it actually printed out comma instead of putting the fucking comma. It does that sometimes.
All right. But y'all, so we are located everywhere. Everywhere podcasts are a thing. And I know who's watching it here is on the YouTube channel, but we are everywhere. You can take us anywhere you want on Audible, Spotify, Google Play, anything that plays podcasts, we are on it. Everywhere. But if you want to just stick with the YouTube channel, we did a little bit of an upgrade. So as you can see here,
yes, he did a very good job of rearranging everything so we could find shit.
There we go. Popular videos to the juggle to uploads, and it breaks it down. Here's the social vent, and here's the social vent show everyone keeps asking about. Now you can find it. And of course, we got the Pop Flicks with our music reviews, C Plus Studios originals, the New World podcast, and so on. Juggalo Vlogs, and it just goes and it breaks down the actual YouTube channel.
I've noticed ever since you did that with the New World podcast, the numbers on a lot of those videos have gone up.
Really? I
Oh
gotta
yeah.
check.
Oh yeah. Oh
I have to
yeah.
look at the numbers, but yeah. And people ask me I know we talked about wrestling at the starting show. Where is the New World podcast? It's just one of those things. It's very like we already focus on this show,
Mm-hmm.
and when I do the show and I edit it and this and that, it's the same thing for New World podcast, but it's like it's that constant, like it's a little bit more tedious, and my computer just can't handle, handle that much. Like it can handle editing this, but editing a full New World podcast episode, it's so tedious, and it's just this is why I really want to get a new laptop and whatnot and up our game. But it'll come back because I still love professional wrestling, and I'm probably just going to talk WWE and not talk anything else.
Hey, it's all good.
All right, and I just saw you had up there. Like and subscribe.
That's right. Like and subscribe, folks.
Share with your grandma. Share with your grandpa. Share with the bum down at Walmart. All right, and comment on the video, please. It's nice that we get your feedback on these things.
It is.
So and hit if you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts, give us like 5 stars. That's pretty nice, and a review saying we're fucking awesome or we're lame. Your choice. Either one.
If we love it. I mean, your feedback is valuable, folks. Please, it doesn't take that long.
Just long at all.
Please.
Yes, and this was nice though. I gotta say, doing it from the car kind of felt good. So
I bet it's nice and cool out there right now. Not like this goddamn house.
It's where the vlogs happen, and the podcast is happening, and where I do the vlogs, and it's kind of cool. So
nice. And guess what, folks? This episode was produced by Big Daddy and KMB as usual, from beginning to end. Thanks to StreamYard. And guess what? Graphics were done by Penta and Team B Productions. And if you all ever need some good graphics, some new B-roll, anything like that, new introductions for your podcast, anytime, anywhere, they'll do it for you. Hit them up on Instagram, Penta and Team at Penta and at Team B Productions.
It's at Fuck Penta.
Oh, at Fuck Penta, FUCC.
Yes.
Fuck Penta. And fuck Penta.
And at Team B Productions. I was gonna say
fuck Team B Productions. No.
No, do you know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say, and they'll do it all for free. Bye.
Oh, I could just hear it right now. Hey, you goddamn you guys. I'll be like,
just shout out to Penta and Team B Productions. Oh, including Team B, our homie Steven. He just got some new hot sauce he made. They made hot sauce.
Yes, I forgot about that. Steven does make hot sauce, folks. That first round that he gave us, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was hot. Just the way I like it. It was hot.
At one point, we were talking about doing a C+ Studio hot sauce. And we did, but we never put them out.
No, because there's a lot that goes into that.
There's a lot. But hey, one day again. But we can proudly say we have had our own bottle of C+ Studios hot sauce.
And I still got the bottle.
I still got the bottle. So
yep, very, very cool.
All right, y'all. You got it. Like and subscribe. You got the whole spiel. Now you can go. Enjoy your day. I hope the social event changed your life in some certain way.
That's right. And guess what? In the end, Big Daddy forever. I'm Big Daddy forever.
I was gonna be like, you know what, just fucking cut it off.
I was gonna laugh at you too. I'm like, look at the big head ass boy going. Look out the door. Look, see. Mm-hmm.
All right, I am KB the Sexy Ninja.
Yes, Big Daddy who came at you.
And
guess what? Fuck your couch. On the couch. Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch.
Wow.
Peace.